Good morning, YouTube. So this morning, it is super snowy outside, so all my classes got canceled. So the only thing I have to do today is my workout. So I'm gonna film my workout. I did just wake up, and I had a talent show last night, so that's why my hair is kind of like sticking out like this because I have hairspray in it. But yeah, I will see you at my workout. Finished my workout. Sorry if it's a little loud, but I did a 2-mile warm-up and then 4 times 800. I started at 245, then like 243, then 240, then 235. I kind of misinterpreted the treadmill speed, but the last one actually felt easier. I tried a new trick that my coach told me about and it seemed to work, so I'm gonna keep trying that from now on. I will see you back in my room, and first I'll show you the snow though, because it is gross. Well, I mean, it's pretty, but it's a gross amount. Okay, so I've seen a lot of stuff about protein fluff, so I'm gonna try and make it. I have this Muscle Farm Combat chocolate whey protein and a banana. I don't have any of the almond milk, so I'm gonna try with water, see how that works out, but we'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so it definitely didn't turn into fluff like I was anticipating, but still tastes really good, so I'm going to call it a win. Hey guys, what is up? Last time you saw me was yesterday, and I was working out and making protein fluff. The rest of the evening, I just ended up watching the opening ceremonies, but I kind of wanted to do a little sit down like I've been seeing a lot of collegiate athletes do lately. Today I wanted to share kind of how I came to running. No one's story is the same, and a lot of people out there have very different stories. So I'm just sharing mine so that maybe there's someone else out there like me that can maybe relate to this and kind of see where they could potentially be. So my junior year of high school, which I call grade 11 because I'm from Canada, there was a teacher's strike. So all extracurriculars through the high school were canceled. So I was someone who did basketball, volleyball, rugby, activism, the musical. All of that was canceled. So I was very bored. Now the problem was that all the sports in my city had already either had their sign-up day or were already in season. So I didn't really know what else was left. So my mom started looking on the internet and found that there was the Brantford Track and Field Club, which was running, and it was all year round. So my mom said, hey, do you want to try this out? So I went to the first practice, and it was a easy 30 minutes with one of the girls on the team that had just won a big race in New York and set a course record. And I was like, I have to run 30 minutes easy with her. So she was talking the whole time. I was just trying to to breathe, and I did fall because it was really icy. So that was a great first impression. I was slightly embarrassed. But I still ended up loving it. I kept going back to the practices, and I was always at the back of the pack, and I was by far the slowest. One of my first 5Ks, just before I joined Brantford Track and Field, was at 28:50 for the 5K, which, I mean, it's a pretty average time, but it's not like collegiate level time. running in college was never a thing I had in my mind, especially since I started in running so late. One of my first races, which it's this race is what I say made me fall in love with running. I came dead last out of 75 girls, and it was in the 1500. I was exhausted. I couldn't feel my legs when I finished, but something about the effort that I had to give and just knowing that I was racing myself and what I was putting into it was as much as I could put into it was what kind of hooked me on running. So from then on, I just kept trying to get faster so that I wouldn't be last. But ultimately, I knew that even if I did come last, as long as I was either running faster than I did the time before, or I was giving a harder effort than I did previously, that I was winning in my books. So that's why I love running. My senior year of high school, I got a offer to a couple universities, but one in particular was really interested in me. The coach was actually friends with someone on my track team back home, and he kind of was looking at me and my friend at the time, who were both seniors, and my friend was faster, so ultimately he wanted her a little more than he wanted me, but we were probably at that time, I was running like a 21:30 5K and she was running like a 21 flat, so he wanted some like 21 girls close to 20s so that he could he calls them project kids, so we would have been project kids. He just wanted people that he could make into faster runners to score points at conference. Ultimately, that's what we were going to be on the team for, which is totally cool. I mean, if I got to continue running in university, I would be super excited. So I heard that and I was over the moon. I started running late, junior year of high school. I'm still running now. I'm in my senior year of university and I run for an NAIA school. Right now, my PR in the 5K is a 17:14, so he's, along with my other coach that I had at first, they've been able to take off over 10 minutes from my 5K, which is super exciting. I really want to get into the 16s, but my ultimate goal is Olympic marathon. So that's the goal. I'm running my first marathon hopefully at the end of this year as a senior because the NAIA has a marathon distance. If you take anything away from this talk here, just know that if you want to do something, if you set your mind to it and it's something you really want to accomplish, you can do it. Sure, at first it wasn't a goal of mine, but then it did become a goal, and I just really wanted to be better than what I had been previously in running. Running is, the reason I love it so much is because you just have to beat yourself. You don't have to beat the person next to you or the person in front of you. I mean, as a college athlete, you want to score points for your team, but if you can beat yourself and get a faster time than what you did previously, you're improving, and that's, no matter what anyone says, that's impressive. Also, take chances. I took a chance on coming to the US and running in college, and it has been a great experience. I've been able to travel across the US. I've met lifelong friends and people that have made a huge impact on my life. So just don't be stuck on one idea or one expectation, because sometimes it won't go the way you want it to, and that can be really hard to deal with. So just, don't go totally wild and just kind of blow by everything, but be intentional in your choices, but not stuck on them. I have like my dreams and my long-term goals. So as long as I'm on a path that's getting me there, that's what's important. Last thing of advice is just trust the process. Because you could be like me, and when the teacher strike happened, I was so upset. I was beside myself because I was like, I'm not going to be able to do anything that I love to do. I ended up finding something I love even more. So just trust that, and know that if something bad happens in your life, but it sets you on another path, and ultimately it's going to take you on the path that's going to lead you to where you're meant to be. So yeah, that's my little spiel on how I came to running and just some of my words of wisdom. So I hope you have a great day, night, week, whenever you're watching this. I just hope you have a great time. And thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want more of this. And I will see you in the next vlog.